boy, I love my job. I can just have my hair curling underneath my bonnet while I'm at work. I'm gonna take you guys on a little trip to show you a little bit of what I do in my job. My 7 o'clock round readings, my 2 a.m. round readings, and now I'm on my 5 o'clock round readings, and then I'll fill up the rest of that. This is the way I go. Sometimes I skip certain ones, but this is the way I usually run. I'm gonna start at number 8 right now. In the evening time, I usually start at 14 and go up and then go. But let's go on a ride. It is currently 4:46 in the morning. I usually start this round at 5, but I decided that I would start a little earlier because I have a pond I'm gonna show you that has got a disease in it. At first, the fish were sick, and then we have a lot of different ponds with some sick fish in it, and I'm gonna show you that as well. I have my tractor sitting right here on my corner in case I need to use it for one of these. When you get up here, you're gonna want to look at that number. Not that's the degrees of the pond. It's 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and the oxygen level on this pond is a 7.9. That is really good, especially for 5 o'clock in the morning. That is really good. So then I'm gonna go over here to my little book, right? I'm gonna find my number 8 spot, and I'm gonna put my 7.9 down. Okay, we're going to stop for a second. I'm gonna show you. You see that white out there in the middle of that pond? That is a fish that is unalive. That is what you call a sick fish. But we're going to time travel to the next pond. Now, since this pole is on my right side, I have to use a spotlight to see the number on it, and it is a 7.2. So again, we'll go right here. There you go. Now we're going on the dam, which means there's 2 ponds on both sides of me. Just stick this pond right here. And I got my pole out there in the water. I got my numbers right here on the pole. So the box says it's a 3.9. The pole says it's a 4.0 and a 3.9. That is perfect. Yes, it's low, but it's perfect. And so when they both match up like that, that's really good. So when the pond comes on, the fish they're still good. That's the way you want it. You can be a part off, which means it could be a 3.9 on the box and a 2.9. And still, you're good. They're still not going to be in distress. And this is my number 14, and it is reading a 4.0. Those numbers being low around 5 o'clock in the morning is about right, considering the fact that the weather has been pretty drastic here lately. It's actually doing really good this time of year. It's doing what it's supposed to do. That one being a 5.2. This one is gonna go up here to the top. That's it. All right, immediately, and y'all gonna have bugs out here. It's just natural. It's the heat. They're gonna be everywhere. So I turned and I wanted to show you this pond number 3 is what we call the diseased pond. All right, so it's where you got a lot more than a few fish unaliving because of sickness. You can see them up against the bank. I'm not necessarily going to zoom in on them. They are kind of nasty, but hey, it's fish. There's some out there in the middle of the pond. These are recent. Apparently they've done it overnight, and that's fine. It's not an oxygen issue. But my boss treated the pond yesterday, which means the oxygen is going to be low. So I'm fixing to check it on the box, and then I'm gonna stick the pond, because you must always stick the ponds when this happens. And then I'm going to probably gonna have to turn. You see all that? That was not because of oxygen. That was totally because of the sickness. So a pond is reading a 2.7 is at 80 degrees. I got both wheels on hand, which means I turned them on myself so they wouldn't come off. I wanted them both on. I turned them on at 3 o'clock this morning. See, you got fish alive down there. You see them down there swimming? You see their tails. See the tails coming up out of the water? They're going downward. And the tails are coming up towards the top of the water. They're getting to that oxygen because they're sick. And the fact that he treated the pond, it's not, according to the box, low enough to turn a tractor on, but I'm going to stick the pond right quick, and if it's lower than the box, I may turn that tractor on. A little less time travel. I'm sticking the pond, and my pole is reading nearly the same as the box. So I'm not going to put a tractor in. I'm already going to get out in front of that wheel. That wheel will make your truck run hot because of the steam. Okay, so the reason why I didn't put a tractor in, with it being the same numbers as the box and the stick, is because if you get, because of the oxygen not being lower and both of the wheels are running, it will run that entire pond unless it falls below a certain number. The reason for no tractor is because if you put a tractor in and it being up like that, the fish will get a dependency on an extra wheel, and you would have to, for the entire summer, put a wheel in that pond. You know, I'd like to say, a lot of people say being an oxygen checker at night is an easy job. You know, I will say it's the most boring job. You are by yourself all the time. There's nobody bothering you. I look after 27 ponds by myself from 7 p.m. till 6 a.m. I go home after my 7 p.m. It only takes me like 34 minutes to do a round. I come back at 2 or 1:45 in the morning, and I stay till 6 a.m. And my 2 o'clock round, I stick the ponds because I want to know what both of them are reading, so that my 5 o'clock round I can fall back on, see how far apart they are. But it may be an easy job right now, but once it starts really getting hot, it's the most hectic job in the world, because you got to look at it like this. You've got to keep all of these fish alive, because at the end of the year you get a bonus, and you're working towards that bonus. And not only that, it's a fish unalive. That's money that you don't get paid. That's money that your boss doesn't get paid, and it's just a loss. It's just strictly a loss. So it's really harder than what you think it is. I hope that kind of sums up a lot of things for you guys of what my job is. And y'all have a nice night, day, or whatnot. Enjoy. If you like content, then like and follow. It's safe to say for more, that no matter what, there's so many different animals that you see at night, and you see a lot of different stuff at night too. I have seen drones flying in front of me. I have seen things flying across the sky. Those solar things, I seen those last year come across. Weird stuff. You see weird stuff you've never seen before in your life. So I would say that's a good side of it, because you see things that nobody else gets to see at that time in the morning. You know, it's kind of cool.